Hey all, welcome back to SSX 3. I'm Aesthetic, with me again is the same group. We got Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Turo.
Hello.
And Zindictive.
Sup, lads?
So this is a bonus video showing off basically all the unlockables in the lodge. Again, the concept art, trading cards, toys, etc. Because I think it's all cool. And it, it really shows the kind of, again, level of extra effort that was put in for stuff like that. So yeah, first we're showing off that I have done 100% on this character.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I think this might have been the first time I did that. I don't remember doing that as a kid. Because you need to find like all snowflakes, do all career highlights, all that kind of stuff where, maybe there were text guides out there, but, now people have done like snowflake video guides, big challenge guides, etc. So yeah, we're going to start out with the art. That's, again, concept art. It's going to start with some character concept art, but then you'll see some really cool kind of general game image concept art. How crazy could you get?
Yeah, not many people care about this sort of stuff, but I always find it cool to just look through and see, like, all the artists, drawing such for the characters and such.
Yeah, I like concept art. I think it's neat.
Yeah, I wish games these days would include stuff like this.
Because there was for My Little Sprite game, there was a guy that would draw, like, concept art, and then, like, one of the spriters would look at it and they'd make stuff out of it, so it was really cool seeing, like, from concept to the actual finished product, like, how much changed from it,
That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, like kind of fan-made stuff getting in the game?
No.
Oh, like he was specifically doing it for
On
you?
the team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was on the team. He was specifically drawing concept art because he wanted to draw concept art, and the other people were drawing it because, they're on the development.
Whoa!
Yeah, here we go. Kind of check this stuff out. Unfortunately, it is kind of baked in at like a lower quality because it's early 2000s.
Yeah.
It would have been real cool to be able to extract these as like 1080p wallpapers or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
It would have been cool if the people that made this concept art, made these publicly available online and such, and like bigger quality and such.
Yeah.
So I doubt they've even got some of this stuff.
I was gonna say, some people do that in like their portfolio, but like strictly for business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't own the rights to this sort of thing anymore, so they couldn't release it anyway.
Is that a Yeti on a...
Yeah. Yeti and icebergs.
That's why I'm really glad that they do.
That.
Like the old games did put concept art in here, because like I said, a lot of the people that make that kind of stuff, they don't have the rights to this image. Like, it belongs to the company in the game, so if it's not in the game, a lot of people can't release it afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's really nice that it's included in the game, and you get
it's always really cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating. I love this sort of stuff.
Man, I can't wait for the day when emulators can upscale like entire textures on the fly. Because I think it was the Peak 1 videos where you commented, Matt, that the game itself looked really good, but some of the textures looked like shit. You're playing, Aesthetic is playing this at like 4x resolution, that doesn't account for the textures. So they look like the original textures from the 2003 game, while also having like the anti-aliasing of like a modern game.
Yeah, now that's really pretty looking. That right there, that looks like it could be promotional material.
Metro City Nights.
Holy shit, we've got more pages. Okay.
Sad trees.
Yeah,
they're so sad.
We've got 4 pages of this stuff, yeah.
Those bonsai trees, very sad.
Yeah.
Now, I think I've seen this image before, this one right here. Or maybe it was more like stylized and painted.
Maybe you saw it in a dream. That's supposed to be the junction pipe, but it kind of looks like it has the lighting of the Peak 2 Sunset Mountain area. And also, I don't know why, but this looks like a mix between, what was it? Style Mile and... Oh, shit. That's fucked up.
Yeah, like that tabletop is more of kind of a realistic
it looked like a mix between, like, Style Mile and something you would see in Amp 2.
You guys don't know how happy I would be if one of these concept art images had a Honda element in it.
They knew what advertisements or promotions they were trying to get.
Yeah.
Way in advance.
They put them right into the concept art.
Damn,
Okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah,
There's a
that's
lot
awesome.
of kind of like bamboo pictures or, like
Is bamboo
Eastern
in this
Asian
game?
architecture concept.
I bet back, like, this is maybe concept art from like 2002, like before they had like finalized the idea of the single
design was
homogeneous
gonna
mountain.
Yeah, it seems like they wanted to like go crazy and have all these sorts of
A jungle
wild
environment.
areas
Yeah.
and such, but then they
maybe
decided
this is-
we're gonna have everything be this one giant mountain of different peaks and such.
Yeah.
Which
Maybe
I mean,
more
like they
connected.
still had opportunities to do this, all these really cool environments in other games. Like when they realized they were doing the big mountain, it was like, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, like, some of it still got into, like, Intimidator and Style Mile.
That's
I mean,
true.
like, obviously you look at this and, all the actual design is, a little watered down, but that's because this is what concept art is supposed to be. Like,
Right.
absolute
Yeah.
over-the-top, like, kind of...
It's supposed to give you a feeling before you get into
Yeah.
the design.
Yeah, and then I'm assuming then the 3D artists and everything like get that feeling, and then they start making all the art assets.
Right, it's like
It
inspiration.
doesn't have to match it exactly, but it gives you an idea of the tone of
Yeah.
the scene you want to make.
Yeah,
this
that
one-
is-
This looks
I've
like a
seen this
render,
one.
like an early
Yeah.
render.
Plus,
Yeah,
looking
that
at
image
this
is
and
used for all
seeing
of-
just like all of this attention and all of this care for like the areas and the layouts and such, more so than the characters even, is again showing that when it came to SSX3, they really cared a lot about making these levels have real personalities and such,
Yeah.
like the characters.
Yeah. I love all the
Wow.
lighting. and
Some of these I
stuff, too.
swear that I've seen in other places that aren't this game.
Yeah. And you
That
might have
looks
seen, like,
pretty.
Adam Warren's character portraits when we get to those. But I mean, like, yeah, like, this was a time when this kind of game was in, extreme sports games, so they put as much love and care and effort as possible into this very specific kind of game, where, again, like, that wouldn't really happen if a game released, now, because just, like, kind of tastes have changed, or...
Yeah.
And
One-eyed
yeah, the
games
business
have changed.
structure has changed.
Like, the extreme
Yeah.
sports games coming out now are, less of this kind of hyper stylized arcadey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it was in, like, they tried their hardest to make the
Yeah, I
ultimate
mean, like,
example
this
of it.
could
that
never
looks
happen in real life, and they drew it because it gave them a feeling. That
I bet. Yeah, this right here. I bet this is this is what became Gravitude. That weaving starting line.
More
Sad
sad
trees.
trees.
Sad trees. Oh, they're so sad.
Man, those trees, though.
Canadian
Also-
night.
I want to pat him on the back, tell him it's going to be okay.
That canyon in different nighttime settings in the top left here of page 3, that was that's you can see, like, they probably had some idea about a day-night cycle for the game, but instead what they did was they had different times of day depending on where you are on the mountain.
Yeah.
Which works still, because as long as it's consistent and they hide the transitions between them. it
That
looks
either
beautiful.
became the
I like
foggy
that.
part of
Yeah.
Scary Nighttime
Snow
Forest,
Jam
that
or
was
Style
cool.
Mile. Yeah, that
Snow
definitely
Jam
became
tree.
Snow Jam.
They had a lot of
I'm
ambitions
really
going
curious
on.
what more of a jungle mountain would have looked like.
Yeah.
Like a super jungle mountain with like scary trees and shit. That would have been
I
really
mean, they did have that heavily.
like that. What this would have
Yeah.
looked like. I really would want to
Whoa.
see that.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
I don't know of any snowboarding
Beautiful.
games that.
Is that a
Oh,
3D
look,
render?
you can see it goes into the jungle like there at the bottom.
Yep.
Damn.
I guess
Man.
that was
Nighttime
what
big
the
air.
forest area used to be, and now we know what it is now. A few trees and such. A few big ass trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Snow Jam, Style Mile.
Take your
Man,
line.
Snow Jam and Style Mile are just.
I see lots of
So fun.
brick architecture here. That's very
Yeah, there's a
interesting to me.
few like Coliseum looking areas.
Yeah, again, returning to jungle or bonsai. And, like, you note in a bunch of these, you see where there are diverging paths, it's still sort of just going back and forth in sort of the same thing. Meanwhile, in the actual SSX3 levels, like, where paths diverge, they usually go to wildly different kind of areas with different opportunities, rather than just going back and forth
Yeah.
through,
I mean,
you know,
shortcuts are
figure
a level designer's job, not a concept artist's job. But I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Main run.
I haven't looked at all of these before because I think, yeah, you do have to unlock it individually by getting 100% in everything. Like
you
get
unlock
all
some, but you have to buy most of these
Big.
Those
you
are
do?
big
from the
trees.
lodges. Yeah.
I didn't know you had them.
This
oh
looks
yeah,
cool. I like
Whoa.
this.
Yeah. That's so cool.
I like this.
Oh
one just
wow,
looks
that's
pretty.
so
Yeah.
nice.
I
Yeah,
just
like
want to
some
put
of
that
this
one on
would
my
You
be
can
wall.
hang that on a wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is real art, man.
I want to hang that on a wall now.
Yeah, big ups to all the artists. They're fucking dope.
Yeah. That was
These are
concept
so
art. Now
render.
we're here into posters where,
That's horrendous.
it'll start.
And the
Yeah,
whole
it'll start with
universe
like
of
Bellic there.
characters.
But yeah, like look, it was the characters from Tricky and like their outfits from Tricky, even the ones that didn't continue on
There's
to 3.
Nico Bellic at the top,
just
right?
really cool, kind of keeping the consistency and remembering the characters that have like come and gone.
What year did this game come out again?
2003.
Late 2000.
Real Second Life graphics we got in these renders.
Yeah.
Oh.
Second Life came out in 2003, so it makes sense.
All I can imagine from seeing that one of having all the characters there in one poster is just, what if SSX were to come back, what if they just brought back every character from the games?
Everyone is here.
Yeah, SSX Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh shit. Steven Rexschaffner, if you're out there.
Yeah, SSX Ultimate Custom Night.
Yeah.
But look, Nate's holding Griff.
Yeah.
'Cause, again, Griff is like the 12-year-old or the 10-year-old that
there's
all of
the
us 10 or
trickies.
12-year-olds played as.
He's the
Yeah.
Sean
Day.
White.
I
of
always
this
played
group.
as Mac because he was young, but he was cool. You know, he was suave.
Here's what I wish this was in bigger quality, like really
Yeah.
trying to match the actual tracks to more of where they'd be on the mountain.
Yeah.
Snow Jam.
And then just
Yeah.
I don't know, subscribe to EA services to get your cool SSX3 wallpapers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to
I
hang
love
these
this
like, on my
episode.
wall.
Oh, fuck.
That? Oh my god.
That looks so awesome.
Also, that's the only place where you see the full name of Metro City, which
Yeah.
kind of shows it does have. It is sort of like the sequel to Mercury City Meltdown. It's the Metro City Breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
And it's not just
that.
the junction, it's Dysfunction Junction.
I think Atomica at one point calls it Dysfunction Junction. But, like, yeah. I don't know why. I've always had it in my mind as Dysfunction Junction.
Intimidated.
I'm intimidated.
Yeah, like, speaking of Atomica, like, I heard a line that I had never heard before, like, when I was just playing
Yeah.
to maybe just see what other outfits characters had or something. Like, there's always more lines or such. Yeah, that's really cool.
So what is
Much
much
too
too much?
That was the big air event of Peak 3.
There's kicked out.
Oh,
Everyone's
wait, did
hit
you ask
level.
what is much too much, or what do you mean?
I was making a joke.
Oh, sorry.
Like, what is much too much?
Oh, okay, so
I don't
here's,
know.
like, okay, so Adam Warren, I don't know who he is, but he made, like, character shots of each character, and you probably maybe have seen these before.
I haven't. No. These
Yeah,
look
it was
cool.
really anime.
I don't know.
Yes.
Horny on main.
Kawaii Ugu.
Uh-huh.
There's some really cool drawings, honestly.
So Adam Warren.
Oh,
made these.
shit.
God,
Oh,
he's
shit.
fucking
With
ripped on the
Vigo,
right.
he's a ladies' man.
Dude, this is my new husbando.
Everyone hates Vigo, which I never really understood. I guess his voice is maybe a little annoying, but, like, Vigo's the punching bag of SSX3 in the fandom's eyes, and I
There's
never
some
really felt
craziness
that.
going on there, Simon, at least.
Yeah.
I like
Who's
this
made
guy's art. Has he
Mountain Man?
worked on anything else, Adam Warren?
I mean, he's done a bunch of comics.
oh, has he?
Yeah, the Dirty Pair series. I don't know. That's for Eclipse, and then
Oh, that's, like,
some
really
Dark
old.
Horse stuff. Yeah. A little bit of
Yeah,
X-Men. He's done
Sexy
the Empowered series.
Huh.
So,
This is that
cool,
print
interesting.
show.
Gang's all here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
His art style is clearly very manga inspired.
They got little
This
figurines.
is kind of interesting that we've got these toys, which I don't know if any of these actually got made. Some of these are kind of complicated, so probably not.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
think I think these are 3D renders of if they were toys.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely cool. Because, yeah,
Lot of
you can
mock-ups.
see, like, the ball joints on some of them, like,
Yeah,
where
you can see where they like attach to
elbows or knees would be able to move and such.
And when like a character is in the air, like it's very clear that they're like attached to something, like a
But
plastic
like,
strip.
but still, but the bottom of the figurine still looks like a render rather than a. I don't know. That's
Right.
interesting.
And it's kind of cool how, like, the first figure is always, you know, the outfit you start the game with, but the other figures for character show outfits that you can, you know, get and make.
You're right, I see the joints and everything.
Yeah, like for Kaori, that figure 2 and 3, those were clothing options you can get, so there was good, I don't know,
That's
not
Mac,
synchronicity but knowing, you know, what was being given to a character before
Yeah.
making these.
I want to say really quickly, that outfit Mac was wearing in his second figurine, he was using a board that was only in the alpha of the game. The alpha and the demo set is never seen in the real game.
Interesting.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are stuff like that, like, you go back and look at the intro to the game, and that was obviously recorded in, like, a beta of the game, so the multipliers look different than they actually end up being. And something like that. That's always
Now,
kind of cool.
I always wonder about that kind of stuff, because I wonder if it was one of those things where they changed it really last second, or they just never went back to
fucking
record
lamp
the
on his
intro again.
I think what happened was they never went back to record the intro because recording the intro was actually more difficult back then than it would be today.
Interesting.
Right? Like today, we've got all this software built to test your game right away, right? But
Yeah.
like back in the day, you had to kind of export your whole build, play the game, see if it works, and then if there's something wrong, go back to the code and export it again. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cutting edge.
Here's some pretty cool stuff. We've got trading cards again for all the characters, even the ones that were only in SSX 1 or only in SSX Tricky. So like Hero and Jurgen, they got, you know, cards.
Man.
Yeah.
And the characters that have been in multiple games will get multiple of these. Like, so these are the rookie cards, which with the really basic info, and then the characters that were there in Tricky, you know, you'll see like a second card, and the characters that were in all three, you'll see a third with more info. So, you know, yeah, like pause these if you want to see all the info.
That way, if you're
surfing.
filling out the SSX wiki with detailed, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's
I'm
your
sure they've already
one-stop.
seen it if they're
They've
maintaining the
probably already
SSX
filled it out.
wiki. Yeah.
Here's your one-stop shop for mom and pop, but don't bring your dad around here because this ain't
no place for
dads.
dads.
The
Yeah.
king of goofballs.
Luther.
Board.
Other sport,
Wreck.
shovel,
Shovel
racing.
racing?
Yeah. Luther also does shovel racing. I like that.
I wish I could
shovel
shovel
racing?
racing.
I guess that's what Luther does, yeah. A disaster itching to happen. Hey, he's a
Downhill
downhill
biking.
biker? Does that mean that he's
Yeah.
a part of the downhill biking game?
Doesn't he appear in a game?
Yeah, Simon and Zoe are also in Sled Storm.
Yeah.
PS2.
Nice.
Which is not a biking
Is
game.
Other sport video games?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Griff. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in, I mean, he
Hot
was
tub
in esports.
What is hot tub diving?
Exactly
to
what you
ask
think
him.
it is.
Cannonball!
Well, yeah, so here, like the sophomores of Tricky, you get more info about them.
You get a quote.
You get some quotes.
Elise's passion was men.
I'm not much, but I'm all I think about, you know.
Foodie.
I
I
am what I
am what I
Hey, buddy.
always is. Damn, that's words to live by.
Yeah.
There's nothing serious in snowboarding. Whoa, not skateboarding. Sorry.
Damn.
More is more. He's hard.
I guess
packed.
that's yeah, that's a thing.
Let's
Poison
talk
inline skaters. Fuck you, Zoe.
Zoe hates fruit booters.
Give me air.
Whoa.
Give me
Ceasefire agreements. Yikes! Simon.
shit.
You can't say that.
Mind control. What?
No one is safe from her charms.
Oh my god.
She
In your
crashes
brain,
a
Griff's
lot.
allowance.
Chihuahua called Max Ultra.
Enemy
Yay,
number
call
bitch.
one.
Penelope.
Keychain.
Amps for everything. Moby's gonna be an amp.
Superhero
Hold on.
unbreakable bones. So canonically, they can break their bones.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Myers Mac Frazier.
I think we pointed that out, like Blackout was talking about how, like, the bios for Tricky have, like, worst injury.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think it was me that said that.
Or probably both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool because again, with the recurring characters, you get like more info about them. And I mean, they even again remember the characters that came and went. So it's like, oh yeah, Hero, I remember you.
Yep.
You were buried all the way at the end of SSX1's roster.
But came back.
You are a cheat character skin in this game, and you have a card. So,
Hey.
and then just a bunch of these trading cards. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think Hero and Jurgen do now?
In Blur, there is some announcement about how Jurgen is on like the European Veterans League of snowboarding or something like that.
Oh.
Huh.
I don't know about Hero, and I only half remember that thing about Jurgen.
Yeah.
Weird.
He got too old for this shit and wanted to go back to normal snowboard cross.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was like the old experienced
Yeah.
guy.
He
And
was
then
like 35 in the first game.
all these younger kids start doing these Uber tricks, and he's like, I don't know, I can't even get out of bed without my legs hurting. I'm not doing this Uber trick stuff.
I mean, in
Yeah.
SSX1, Mac was 15, which also means he's, what, like... Hold on, let me do the math.
It said in the trading card. I don't know.
Oh,
Go
it did.
back.
Okay, Metro City
Atrocity.
still looks pretty cool.
Watch Turo forget how to do math in real time.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like Metro City, especially at the end, those moving. I think they're supposed to be trains, but they're like real green and black and kind of like weird. I mean, cool,
Yeah.
futuristic way, but also kind of weird.
Yeah, even as
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
shot
it's
you
pretty
never
cool.
see of Metro City.
Amazing.
That's so cool. There's Dysfunction Junction.
Yeah.
I like how it's
Wow.
funk with a K.
What's your function?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know it's cool.
Yeah.
But not Junction.
This right.
Yeah. Because if it was junk, then I mean...
That'd be the word junk, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here
And
comes
this is
Style.
Stile Melee.
Stele Malay,
Hey,
yeah.
it's pronounced
Yeah.
Stile Malay.
Stile Melee, sorry.
Yeah. I mean...
I thought it was Stile Melee.
Seal Mill.
Style le mile.
Oh, that's how you spell steel mill.
There were like beta names for these tracks. Like for
Yeah.
example, just the other day in the SSX community Discord, which again I am an admin of,
And you should tell them good.
is like Intimidator. Like its beta name was Dragon's Tail. Style
Oh.
Miles' beta name was Fireball.
That's cool.
Those two were posted.
Huh.
I don't know where you'd find that info, but someone posted it.
This
so-
one's just ruthless.
I mean,
yeah.
more people are finding, like, demos of the games. Like, someone posted that video, like, a month ago of that rare Australian demo for SSX3.
Yeah, this is really kind of the era of like, yeah, digging up like demo
Cutting room
versions or
floor.
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
The big reveals of betas and such.
No alphas.
You know?
No sigmas.
You know.
No deltas.
No deltas. No omegas.
Hey man, Noah Omega is a great band. Y'all should check them out.
Is that a real band?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know if it's been found yet or if it was just 30-second IGN clips, but like the really really early version of the first SSX game looks way different.
Really?
Like SSX 1, it looks super different. I mean, like at a certain point, like betas and such are most of the way there, but the really early version, I think I saw like some gameplay of, and that was like I'd want to see that if anyone could get a playable version.
Man, looking at these screenshots of Gravitude and how rough and unforgiving it is to riders, it really reminds me of Modest Mouse's The Moon in Antarctica.
Oh my god! Yeah. What was
Yeah, what was the rest of
Should
that
we read
bit?
the full thing?
Yeah.
This is actually about Minecraft, but as I explored the desolate landscape that Minecraft had generated for me, I couldn't help but be reminded of Modest Mouse's The Moon in Antarctica. Like the random seeding in Minecraft, Modest Mouse presents a world that is cruel, random, and empty, determined by forces beyond our control.
Jesus, what?
Oh shit, you can be a... What the fuck?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of cheat characters, and actually, some of these characters have like their own single special Uber, which I'm not going to show off here, but I'm sure I think someone else has on YouTube.
Yeah,
and then the Far East Myth is the character you get for getting 100% on your file.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know,
Ultimate
just
Yeti.
show that off. Like, boom, proof right here.
He is real.
Yeah.
The
Is he snowboarding on ice?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a big ice chunk. But yeah, there was like Stretch, like from the NBA Street Series. You know, some EA Sports big cross promotion. And then, you know, like that bunny costume, the skeleton. Just some other fun little things. Yeah, like and like some of those characters have their own boards as well. Like the skeleton will ride in a coffin.
That sounds
That's
awesome.
really cool.
Probably should have showed it off, but I just didn't want to make like a complicated video that would down in the bit.
You know what?
Snowboarding right into
Looking
your
at this
grave.
guy is literally giving me flashbacks to that. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it or seen it before, but there was a thing called MTV2 video mods, and like there were a few episodes that had SSX free models in it, I believe, including the
I
Yeti.
vaguely
here.
remember that.
Yeah,
actually.
I remember this. Like, like there was like a dance, like a Missy Elliott song.
Yeah, and there
That
was
actually got posted like a few months ago. So
yeah,
that's
Black
why I
Eyed
have
Peas
them.
as well.
Yeah,
I'm
because
scared.
Labor Day is in this game. You know, it's time to celebrate, serving up beats like on a hot plate.
Celebrate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's
Yelling
get
in this
started.
game though.
So that's it for SSX 3. That's you know, my tour through this great game, and we get to continue on with the series. We'll be going to SSX on tour next
boy.
time, the 4th game in the series. So
Yeah. Goodbye,
Join us
SSX
then.
3.
bye.